What's going on, everybody? LK here, and today I'm going to be talking about Street Fighter 6. I got to play in the closed beta this weekend. I only had one long play session, though, a very long play session, but I only played once on the last day. I have a list of notes here. I'm just going to kind of go through and talk about things I thought were important, cool, good, bad, whatever. So the first thing I want to talk about is the netcode, and the netcode is good. This is the thing that people probably care about the most, because I mean we're all going to be playing online, right? And definitely I feel like since like last year, even though we've been talking about netcode like all the time, I feel like basically every mainstream release has had good netcode, so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not home right now, and basically all my matches were like 50 to 70 ping. I only had like one or two games that had any type of jitter at all. The netcode was very good, so definitely do not worry about that. So then I want to talk about the training mode next. So the training mode is very good. I spent a decent amount of time in here, and while the training mode is robust, and I'm sure other people definitely talked about how many options you have to customize what you want to do, the thing that I thought was really good was the simple training mode options that the game has on like the very first page that you see. So it has stuff like how to practice against strike throws, how to practice against drive impact, how to practice combos. Like it has settings pre-made for you that you can do a bunch of basic stuff that is pretty important to the game in general. I really like that, and it tells you what the dummy is going to do when you do this type of practice. I did a drive impact practice for quite a while personally, so I thought this was a really good idea that more fighting games need. Again, there's a bunch of other good stuff too, but to be honest, a lot of fighting games have good robust training modes. It's just they don't really tell you how to really use them. Like I've had to make guides for training mode before, how to set up things in training mode, because the game doesn't really tell you, it just gives you the options. So I really like this approach. I hope I see it in other fighting games as well. Then I want to touch on the lobby. I thought the lobby was cool. It's just like a functional lobby, a nice little social space for everyone to hang out. If you watched my stream, I definitely hit the randomizer. I don't really care about my avatar, but they had a ton of options. I cannot stress how in-depth you could choose to go with your avatar if you want. I thought that was really cool. There's a lot of like one-player stuff that I didn't really mess around with there as well. But overall, I thought it was cool. Then I want to touch on the actual game a little bit. So first is definitely the buffer or input system. I don't really know how to describe it, but I definitely felt annoyed by inputting stuff in this game. I'm a player who like prides themselves in like having clean inputs. I just have precise inputs. I like that, and I didn't feel so great inputting stuff. At the beginning it made sense because, you know, I was playing Chun, she has a lot of moves and like a bunch of new moves and stuff, so it was kind of weird, and I was like just making mistakes, pressing the wrong button, whatever, that's fine. But I even later I was like, man, like I just am not getting what I want. Like I don't get what I want all the time. It's kind of annoying. I don't know if that one is just me. Then is the system. So the game itself feels very system focused because of Drive and its various systems. I think Drive has some cool applications. When you're starting, Drive Impact is going to make you lose your fucking mind. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. I definitely got really annoyed by this mechanic in the middle, but over time and with some practice, you definitely start learning like how to use it. It definitely is annoying. I'm not going to lie. I definitely got annoyed multiple times by how strong it is at the beginning, for sure. There's other cool stuff like parry. The drive parry was cool. The drive dash stuff is cool, and how it kind of opens up the games and changes some situations, because you get more advantage when you do like drive rush canceling stuff, for example. So some things that might be like very slightly advantage or very slightly disadvantage, now it's advantage. Now you get combos that you wouldn't get normally. I think it's a pretty interesting system. It definitely falls in line with most new games where like everything is disadvantaged by default. The game's very neutral focused, but it's a good first try. My only complaints about Drive, I guess, would be that the like raw drive inputs, so like let's say like drive impact, for example, or like doing drive rush and neutral, don't cost a lot of meter, where like AX moves are like 2 if I recall correctly, and then like drive rush canceling is 3, and then drive impact is like 1. That doesn't really cost anything at all. So I just kind of want like drive rush cancel to be like 2.5, maybe, and like that's it. I don't know. I'd have to play some more to kind of get a good feeling about that. Another thing about the game too is that the damage is pretty low. So of course I come from Strive, where, as you know, the damage in Guilty Gear Strive is too high. So while it was cool to damage, I don't really, it's like side note, I don't really care about like damage stuff. Like I feel like battle planners for the game, for these games, have like an idea of like this is how many hits it should take to win. If you like Dragon Ball, for example, you'll hear people be like, oh, like ideally you two-touch a character, you kill a character in 2 hits is what you're trying to do. Now this game has a thing where, and of course correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, because I am a Street Fighter child, where I felt like the damage is low unless you're using a system mechanic thing or you are punishing something and you're getting like a good punish. I was told too that like there's certain type of like whip punishes and counters that you have more frame advantage off of, that have like small like damage boosts and stuff as well. So I know it definitely seems to be really focused around like punishing people. I thought it was definitely an interesting take, at least, especially like considering some of my characters in the past, how I like a controlled offense. We have like dry parry that parries highs and lows and cross as well. So you're going to be interacting with the system a lot, the system mechanics a ton. As far as the game, also game looks great. I think the music kind of sucks though. I thought all the characters look really cool. The only characters that I don't like aesthetically, I think, are Luke. Luke is wearing like a Whataburger t-shirt, and like I just despise Luke. He's trying to be like Ryu, no shoes and all this shit now. And then Juri, I just think Juri's design is kind of a little over the top for my tastes. Besides that, I thought all the characters look cool. I didn't really feel like I connected with any of the characters. Chun was fun, like the learning process was fun, but I'm hoping maybe if they do like an open beta, like fighting games tend to do closed beta, open beta release. So if there's a open beta, that they have more characters so that I can try. I think if I got to play again with this build, I'd probably play Jamie. So he looks cool, and I think he has more of the stuff that I want in a character. The music being mid is kind of it's kind of whatever. I felt like all the music in the game was good except for like when I was fighting, for the most part, which I thought was weird. So overall, netcode's good, training mode's good, lobby's cool, inputting stuff's annoying, felt really system focused, drive impact is annoying for a little while, game looks great, music kind of sucks. A lot of the stuff I like about the game involves not fighting really, which I thought was kind of weird. I don't really know how to put it. Disclaimer though, I only played ranked. I'm not like amazing at Street Fighter, so I was like just crawling my way out of silver queue, but it was okay. I had a good time overall. Would definitely recommend it if you're into Street Fighter. Definitely some really interesting things to push forward, just fighting games in general. I did say before that I do believe that, at least for 2D fighters, Street Fighter defines each era of fighting games. So the things that I'm seeing that is not the fighting definitely are pushing the genre forward, and we'll see what the game looks like on release, because there's way more characters than we got to play. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you guys feel like it, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.